he has opened people's eyes in the state of Maryland and has taken GIS and is using it as a fundamental foundation for managing state government. This is not a new thing for him. He was the mayor in the city of Baltimore for several years and invented something that some of you know about called CityStat, which was using GIS to do performance measurement and management of the city. He lowered crime. He did just amazing things as a result of that. Now, in his state job, he's going to tell us a little bit about that. Governor, would you please join us? One of America's great leaders. Let me simply say you'll have to judge yourself. Governor.
Jack, thank you. Jack, thanks very, very much. It is an honor really to be here with all of you. And it's a privilege to receive this very, very kind award on behalf of all of the people who work in the state of Maryland in this important field, unlocking the potential of GIS. And it's also great to be with all of you in this hall. My goodness, what a tremendous gathering of people who believe in the progressive power of GIS, of geography. There are very few people on this earth who have worked as tirelessly or as successfully as has Jack Dangermond to harness this power for the benefit of all of us. And it's really been an honor to be able to partner with him in the urgent cause of progress in the state of Maryland. And Jack, it's an honor to have come to be able to call you my friend. You're a terrific human being with a terrific vision. The size, the scope, and enthusiasm of this assembled crowd affirms, for me anyway, a belief that in a world that, in the words of one writer, is growing increasingly hotter, flatter, and more crowded, that GIS holds tremendous amount of promise. GIS is more than a revolutionary technology. It is more than an analytical tool for making our government work. It's more than a new tool for implementing public policy. It just might be the linchpin of a powerful new movement. What do I mean by that? In his recent commencement speech at the University of Portland in Oregon, Paul Hawken suggested to graduates, and I quote, "Humanity is coalescing. It is reconstituting the world. No one knows how many groups and organizations are working on the most salient issues of our day: climate change, poverty, deforestation, peace, water, hunger, conservation, human rights, and more. This is the largest movement the world has ever seen. Rather than control, it seeks connection. It seeks connection." I personally believe that this movement also understands that urgent progress, the sort of progress that our world needs today, really depends on a strengthening of our connections to one another. It depends on a stronger and clear connection between our hopes and our responsibilities, a stronger and more affirming connection between the actions of this generation and the lives of the next generation. Those of us who believe in the progressive power of GIS believe that in using the map, in using smart maps to strengthen our connections to one another, we have the potential to change the course of a city's history, to change the course of a state's history, to change the course of our country's history, and maybe even the course of the planet's history. Parcel by parcel, neighborhood by neighborhood, and most importantly, neighbor by neighbor. That's been our hope, and that's been our belief in the state of Maryland, and that's also been our experience. And with me today is our state staff director, Beth Blount, who's going to be coming out here shortly. And we'd like to share with you just a few examples from city stat to Bay stat to state stat, now to recovery stat and as we do, I'd like you to consider a question, an important question I'm sure that any of you working in government have been asked by your citizens, and news does. Why is it that in the course, and usually in the beginning, of any government demonstration of GIS capability, there is always one citizen in the crowd who will inevitably, and actually very quickly, raise their hand and give voice to the thoughts of many by asking the question, can you show me my house? Can you show me my house? We'll come back to that. The principles and strategies underpinning our state stat model that we use in Maryland, it's about setting goals, measuring performance, and broadly sharing information rather than hoarding it. And these principles are, in their essence, really all about connections, aren't they? These same ideas were the ideas that inspired Bill Bratton and Jack Maple in the mid-90s in New York City to create CompStat, to dramatically reduce crime, improve public safety, and give New York, the Big Apple, a better future. Connecting police and crime deterrence assets to where the crime was actually happening. And that process, that method, is what inspired us in the city of Baltimore to borrow those CompStat tenets to create CityStat tenets. Not just to manage policing, but to manage everything throughout our city government. It's about timely, accurate information shared by all. It's about a rapid deployment of resources. It's about effective tactics and strategies, and relentless follow-up and discussion and dialogue that allows you to drive progress and get the graphs moving in the right direction. And of course, the mapping, smart maps, GIS, is central to the managing tool of all of this. A crime map, for example, doesn't know, or care, frankly, whether a neighborhood is black or white, whether a neighborhood is rich or poor. It tells us where the crime is happening and where we should therefore deploy our resources in order to suppress crime and make our city a safer place. In the maps behind me, you see these red areas in our city represented the deadliest areas